some young broke dude.
Notice, to whoever took the gray Steelers zip-up wool-lined hooded jacket that was left hanging on a chair, I would really like to have it back. It was one of the last gifts my son bought me for Christmas 3 years ago, before he died at 19 after a long battle with cancer. Please call me and I will meet you to get it back, no questions asked. Thank you.
My boyfriend ran off with my mom, 44, when I was in hospital having our baby. This woman has claimed her boyfriend and her mom started a secret relationship together during lockdown, with the couple laughing and flirting together while she was pregnant.
Don't go looking at Costco. I already cleaned out several locations. Your kids will never see a pack of these unless you're paying me 3 times retail price. Someone at the store asked me, how do you sleep at night snatching all those cards from kids? I told them, I sleep like a baby with my head on a pillow of $100 bills, which I worked hard for out here, scalping and slinging Pokemon like a madman. Some call me Professor Oak because I got what they're looking for in my Pokedex of sealed product, you dig?
Bella, you need to stop acting like you're all that all the time. You aren't. You literally are so ugly and fat. Your face is absolutely disgusting and you'll never be pretty. You know you don't deserve Luke. He is so cute, unlike you, and he shouldn't be wasting his time. Your issues, depression, and anxiety or whatever are annoying and nobody cares, so why don't you just kill yourself already, because nobody would care, not even Luke. All your friends probably secretly hate you because of how annoying you are, and when I say you're fat, you're a whole cow. You honestly are worthless and don't deserve love or whatever. Luke is too good for you. He obviously doesn't actually love you and would much rather be with anyone else. When you text him, he thinks you're annoying. He thinks you're ugly, and honestly, he hates you and you know it.
I just made back more money than I spent. It's too easy to scam DoorDash, bro. I don't tip either.
German Shepherd cries after being forced by its Chinese owner to eat chilies during live stream amid disturbing new social media trend.
Someone threw all the books out my girlfriend's free little library and smeared poop all over it and the books. If you have any info, please message me. There's a reward for any information that leads to us finding out who did it. This isn't the first time this has happened. Feel free to share. Pro tip. You can't really lick your fingers in a pandemic, but you can reach around to the small of your back under that heavy sweatshirt and wet your fingertips in some nice salty sweat and open these produce bags right up. Also, be a good Samaritan and open up several for the less skilled people in line behind you.
This is absolutely disgusting. My daughter loved her, but now she wants nothing to do with her after all this. My daughter's also thrown away all of her JoJo apparel. This world is absolutely falling apart. Then it's because you taught your daughter to be homophobic. Shame on you. You're right, I did teach her and my son to be homophobic, and I am proud of that. The new generation of letting everyone be whatever gender they want to be and loving and marrying whatever they want to marry is absolutely destroying this country from within.
Well, since you're in a relationship, you shouldn't share this stuff anymore.
Why? Because it's from a single site or because you're salty?
Well, if you aren't single, then why post about being one?
Really, dude? So I'm not allowed to post from cat sites either because I don't own one? Your logic is flawed.
I'm not someone who has 2 broken fans.
They need to invent something that makes a drunk girl pass out so us innocent men can have our ways with them without the typical nagging and repetitive no.
What the fuck?
That's kinda illegal.
Not if they deserve it. If Kobe can get away with it, why can't other guys do it too? All I'm saying is Kobe done it and y'all praised him like a god when he died. Double standard much?
Yes, and then I'll be making the joke that I'm a boomer, even though I won't be.
If my nephew calls me that when he's 15?
What will you do if he does?
Not sure yet.
You probably won't do anything, as it's literally a harmless joke.
Maybe hate his guts, which I already do.
Sounds like you're insecure about being 30 and you need to fix something within yourself.
The only thing I can think of is assault him.
So, violence?
Come on, the bees people suck. Anyone know anything? The bees were tipped over at some point today. The boxes were shifted and the bees were exposed for hours to below freezing temperatures, and that's not okay. There is presence of live activity in one hive, but at the moment it looks like the other 2 might be dead. Whether the colony survive is still unknown. I'm so angry right now. I wanted to do a post today about how cute the hives looked with their poofy snow hats. Instead, I have to do another post about vandalism at the hives and how my work, invested money, and extra potential income is uncertain and possibly destroyed. Please do not comment about security measures that should have been taken. Vandalism is not okay.
Anyone laugh at white male homelessness? Honestly, like you had every single advantage in life and still failed. Just use your white privilege, dumbass. Sometimes I can't help but hate Chinese people, just walking along the street, so clueless to my pain and suffering. Watched a baby get a circumcision today. Boys, you do deserve that pain right after birth.
Wow, 3 years? Awesome! Obviously joking. Sounds and looks like you've been playing for only 20 days. That was absolutely horrible. When I got my first drum set, I learned a song the same day I got it. Not many people can learn to play the drums. You see, I'm self-taught too, but I'm way better than you and I've only been playing for 6 months. I know many songs. Metallica, Queen, Kiss, Van Halen, GNR, etc. Some people just weren't meant to play the drums. Sorry, not sorry. Man walks into a volunteer firefighter department as they responded to a fire and stole a volunteer's wallet.
This is personal. This was my 23-year-old daughter's room. Operative word being what? Because I got tired of the filth and kicked her out. She has a 3-year-old daughter and a son due in May, and she lives this way. The last picture is my living room. Every room in my house is as clean and tidy as the living room, so you can understand why I had to kick her out.
My brother is a total piece of shit. I was admitted to hospital over 6 months ago and have spent the past few months recovering with my 7-year-old daughter at my parents' house. Unfortunately, I have a brother who also lives there. He has stolen my prescription medication from my room, smokes bongs in his bedroom, clearly audible from the room my daughter and I are staying in, and has sworn at my daughter. He also got pissed at me because he's been cruising around in my car, as I haven't been able to drive due to my condition, and the cops pulled him over and slapped him with an $800 fine for driving an unregistered vehicle. He tried to blame it on me because it was my car, but the cops pretty much laughed at him and apparently said, "Nice try, but you're the one driving it." Good on him. Now the Nintendo Switch my daughter received for Christmas has mysteriously gone missing. I have turned the house upside down looking for it, to no avail. Naturally, my assumption is that he has taken it and pawned it. Add to that, I just caught him sifting through the ashtray in the backyard after I savored one lovely, full-flavored cigarette from a fresh deck. So sad for him that I smoke them all the way down and then rub them in the dirt to extinguish them before placing in the ashtray. The disappointment was palpable, almost as disappointed as my daughter, who is still wondering where her Nintendo Switch is. I have made a police report regarding his behavior and theft of prescription medication. I can't wait for the karma train to come rolling around. Toot, toot.
Depraved morgue worker 20 had sex with women's corpses at a hospital in Bangladesh. A depraved morgue worker has been arrested after allegedly having sex with female corpses. The twisted perv 20 allegedly performed the sick acts on dead bodies between March last year and this August at Shahid Suhrawardy Medical College Hospital in Dhaka, Bangladesh.
I only give money to black and Hispanic homeless people because the Mayo monkeys got white privilege and can easily get a job.
Cute Maltese puppies for rehoming. My wife and I just resumed our work and won't have much time to take good care of them, so they are looking for a sweet and loving home. Boy and a girl by the name of... Private message me if interested in rehoming them or text me.
I was diagnosed with COVID yesterday. I have fever and I cough a bit, but it's more tolerable than a regular flu. I still take buses and shop without a mask on as usual.
So you're actually actively helping the virus spread and potentially kill people.
Yes.
I've never heard someone try to help a virus over their fellow humans. How do you morally justify that?
I don't care.
I'm 19. My little boy is my entire world. I have a 2-month-old. I do not send nudes, so don't ask. In a relationship with my baby daddy, but I'm trying to find the right person because I may leave him. So if you're not trying to rescue me, swipe left. Not really on this app.
Without illiterate black Democrats, obese white women would never get laid. They use their good credit like a spider waiting for an unsuspecting victim.
and get fired or subjected to a hostile work environment, then move on. I've had to move on from 2 jobs that I dearly loved because I was always the person pushing back. No one likes that person, not even the other colleagues that would rather just deal with the unfair or illegal situation instead of making waves.
You are absolutely correct. We are all dispensable to these companies and corporations. Don't get too attached. Call them out on their bullshit and move on.
What is it like to be a person who's not worried about retirement savings, healthcare and dental plans, pensions or tenure, and has the ability to just leave jobs?
I'm trying to get to that point. How does it feel to be the monkey slave that has to work until you hopefully make it to 65 years old? Then you'll be able to do what you wanted to do 40 fucking years ago while you can barely move your arm to pick up a cup of water. Downvoted by a bunch of fat, handicapped, sweaty losers.
Actually, I'm physically disabled and cannot work and couldn't go to school either. I already actually have trouble doing things like picking things up. However, even though I don't work, I realize why people need their jobs. What's it like being a total douchebag, though? How's that working out for you?
It's not bad, you handicapped piece of shit. How did you get disabled anyways? Did you go overseas and kill some innocent folks and then get your leg blown off? Rightly so. Fuck you. Edit. Yes, I am a piece of shit. Why do you think I'm in a subreddit like this? Fuck you guys. I wasn't always like this. My future's being raped and crumbled and all you want me to stand by and smile? Fuck you all. And when I talk back to someone who talks back to me, I'm in the wrong? Again, fuck you all.
I have a genetic disease. You're not much different than the guy in the video, and the irony is so real I'm living for it. Sorry to hear about your illness. Hope things get somewhat better for you. Dude above is insane. Thank you. It's okay. I'm honestly just shocked that someone would watch this video we all just watched and then behave exactly like the guy in this video in a comment section full of people condemning his behavior. Like, the irony is just so wild to me I just can't stop laughing.
I'm surprised you can laugh, you wasted pile of skin.
There's nothing funnier than a guy with zero self-awareness.
Alright, I'm fucking bored of you now. Go back to pooping your diaper or whatever the fuck. You can't fully move and you can't even fully keep someone entertained either. What the fuck are you good for? You'll grow old needing someone to take care of you 24/7 and being there for you. What about the person caring for you? They don't have their own life? You are an obligation. You are extra baggage. You are a waste of a human being, and I bet your mother would agree and wish she had a regular kid.
Whatever, loser. You'll be just like me someday. Don't forget that we all get old and end up crippled and arthritic and shitting in diapers with false teeth someday. It's coming for you, and I know the only reason you hate me so much is because you're so afraid that one day that will be your life. You find disability painful and frightening and think that your comments will hurt me, but I've lived so much more life than you and been through so much more than you could ever dream of that you couldn't possibly do anything more than make me laugh at what a sad, frightened little child you are.
Just want to pipe in that you handled this situation amazingly. Sounds like you're not letting him get to you, and actually enjoying the absurdness of his statements, and I for one hope to one day have that admirable level of self-acceptance.
This is why I always give European tourists the wrong directions. I actually had one try to find me again since I sent him and his entire family to another town, which is 22 miles east, instead of the one they were looking for, which is 29 miles northwest. I was at a local bar and my town is quite small, asking people if they knew who I was since I apparently ruined an expensive day on this vacation. Advice: don't seek help from locals as a tourist because, as evidenced by this video and by my own fun, they don't want to help you.
What's the meanest and cruelest thing you've ever said to a man? I'm not asking for a friend, I'm asking for inspiration. My ex had a rough relationship with his dad, who would tell him he was a disappointment. When dumping him, I told him his dad was right about him. What is it with ugly people getting married recently on Reddit?
Are you jealous of a happy couple? This dude is likely the result of being raised by a single mother, no strong father figure, acting like a huge pussy simp and bending over backwards just to get a woman's attention. Taught that being nice and being yourself and chivalry is the way to a girl's heart. Likely was relentlessly rejected or used for the majority of his 20s and had to settle for this. Sad.